Hello dear learners, all of you are welcome to the one-by-one online English class of SHIMU-REZA College. This is Shumran Kumar Mandol, lecturer in English of this college once again before you today. Dear learners, today the topics we are going to discuss with you is Kalpana Chawla. Kalpana Chawla was the first Indian woman to travel to the space. Actually, she traveled twice in the space. The learners, we learn about her in details through our textbook. So let's start our textbook. The learners, Kalpana Chawla, 7 March 1962 to 1st February 2003. Okay, she was born 1960 to 17 March and died 2003. Yes, special instruction. Okay, let's start. Chawla was born in Karnal, India. She completed her earlier schooling at Tagurbal Niketan Senior Secondary School, Karnal. She is the first Indian born woman and the second person in space from this subcontinent. After graduating in Aeronautical Engineering from Punjab Engineering College, India in 1982, Chawla moved to United States, America the same year. After completing his engineering degree, he submitted to America in order to join NASA. Actually, her ambition was to join NASA. In 1982, Chawla moved to United States the same year. She obtained her master's degree in aerospace engineering from the University of Texas in 1984. Later, she did her PhD in aerospace engineering in 1988 from the University of Colorado. The learners, next, determined to become an astronaut even in the face of the Challenger disaster 1986 that broke apart 73 seconds into its flight, leading to the deaths of its 7 crew members. Here in this sentence, we find a very important word which is very much important for our question paper: determined. Determined, I'd like to use one word, determined. Was determined, the learners. D-E-T-R-M-I, we determine. D-E-T-E-R-M-I, determine. This actually is a verb, determine. The synonym of this word is resolve, decide, resolve. R-E-S-O-L-V-E, R-E-S-O-L-V, resolve, D-C-I-D, D-C-I-D, decide. This is the very much important synonym of this sentence, of this word actually. So, determined to become, resolve, decided to become an astronaut. Another important word in this sentence, astronaut means cosmonaut. astronaut. The noun form A S astro N A U T astronaut. This is a noun. Okay, cosmonaut C O S M O N A U T cosmonaut. Okay, even in the face of Challenger disaster 1986 that broke apart 73 seconds into its flight, leading to the deaths of its 7 crew members. Despite this, she started her journey. So, here in this sentence we find her breathed here. So, we called Kalpana Chawla as a brave woman. Brave woman. Brave, yes. Brave. Okay. In next sentence, Chawla joined NASA in 1988. Chawla joined in order to fulfill her desire. She joined NASA in 1988. She began working as a vice president where she did computational fluid dynamics (CFD) research on vertical takeoff and landing. Learners, in this sentence, vertical takeoff, launch, flight, mounting, launch, takeoff. Now the important was takeoff. T-A-K-E. Okay, takeoff. The noun, launch, L-U-N-C is flight. F-L-I-G-H-T. Flight and mounting. U-N-T-I-N-G. Mounting. This is a very much important word. Take off, launch, flight, mounting. Okay. Next. So in this sentence, she began working as a vice president where she did computational fluid dynamics (CFD) research on vertical takeoff and landing. Takeoff means launch, flight, mounting. Okay. Her next sentence, in 1991, she got U.S. citizenship and started her career as a NASA astronaut in 1995. The learners, actually, he has fulfilled his desire in this time. Here, we find a very important word, her career. Career, the learners, very much familiar word, career. Occupation, profession. I would like to show one word, career. C-A-R-E-R. C-A-R. Career is a noun. The occupation, O-C-C-U-P-A-T-I-O-N. Occupation, profession. P-R-O-F-E-S-S-I-O-N. Profession. Okay. Career means the synonym. Career, occupation, profession, etc. This is very much important word. So in 1991, she got US citizenship and started her career, her occupation, her profession as a NASA astronaut in 1995. She was selected for her first flight in 1996. She was selected for her first flight in 1996. She spoke the flowing words while traveling in the weightlessness of space. What has she said? You are just your intelligence. You are just your intelligence. Okay. This is very much impressive speech. Very much influential speech. You are just your intelligence. Okay. In this sentence, dear learners, we find very important words that will be very much important for our question. Multiple question. Weightlessness, dear learners, I mean lightness. I would like to show you one board. Weightlessness. W-E-I-G-H-T. Weightless. Weightless. N-E-S-S. Weightlessness is a noun. Lightness. L-I-G-H-T-N-E-S-S. Lightness. Okay? Lightness. Weightlessness means lightness. So she spoke the flowing words while traveling in the lightness of space. You were just your intelligence. She had traveled 10.67 million miles, as many as 252 times around the earth. A long time he remained in space. She remains in space. Her first space mission STS-87 began 19 November 1997 with 6 other astronauts on the Space Shuttle Columbia. Okay, the Space Shuttle is carried her to the space. The name of this Space Shuttle was Space Shuttle Columbia. Okay, you have to memorize this. On her first mission that lasted for 15 days, 16 hours, 34 minutes and 4 seconds, she traveled 6.5 million miles. Okay. She was responsible for deploying the Spartan satellite, which, however, malfunctioned, necessitating a spacewalk by Winston, Scott, and Ticodoy, 2 of her fellow astronauts, to retrieve the satellite. Dear learners, here in this sentence we find another important words. Firstly, responsible, liable, answerness. I would like to show you on board, dear learners. responsible. R-E-S-P-O-N-S-I-B-L-E. R-E-S-P-O-N-S-I-B-L-E. Responsible. This is an adjective. Responsible. Liable. L-I-A-B-L-E. L-I-A-B-L-E. Liable. Answerness. N-S-W-E-R-N-E-S-S. Answerness, etc. are very much important synonym of this word. For deploying the Spartan satellite which however malfunction. Another important word, malfunction, fail, breakdown, malfunction, M-A-L-F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N, malfunction, M-L-F-U-N-C-T-I-O-N, malfunction, malfunction, it is verb, malfunction, fail, fail, break down, breakdown, fail or breakdown, malfunction, and fail, broke down. Okay? Which, however, malfunction, failed or broke down, necessitating space work, necessitating. Another important word, necessitating, requiring and demanding also. The synonym of this word, I would like to show you one code. Necessitating, necessitating. This is a verb also, necessitate. R-E-Q-U-I-R-E-R-I-N-G, requiring, also demanding, D-E-M-A-N-G-I-N-G, demanding, etc. are the synonym of these very important words. And the next is this work by Winston Scott and Doyle, two of her fellow astronomers, to reclaim the satellite. Retrieve, another important word I would like to show you. R-E-T-R-I-E-V, retrieve, R-E-T-R-I-E-V-E, retrieve. This is a verb. Recover, R-E-C-O-V-E-R, recover, and reclaim, R-E-C-L-A-I-M, reclaim. Okay, these are very much important synonym of this word, retrieve. The satellite. Dear learners, in next paragraph, in 2000, she was selected for the second space mission STS. In this time, she has completed her first voyage fruitfully and joyfully. Okay, hopefully. Yes, she has already completed his first journey, first voyage to space. Travel to the space. In her second voyage, it's called ill-fated journey, ill-fated flight. Okay, the learners will learn from our study. In 2000, she was selected for her second space mission STS-107. This mission was repeatedly delayed due to scheduling conflicts and technical problems. Okay, learners. This mission was repeatedly delayed due to schedule conflicts and technical problems. Dear learners, here we find another important words, repeatedly. Repeatedly, I mean repetitively or frequently. I would like to show you. Repeatedly. R-E-P-A-T-E-D-L-Y. R-E-P-E-A-T-E-D-L-Y. Repeatedly. This is an adverb. Repetitively. Repetitively and frequently here. Frequently. Frequently. Repetitively and frequently. Repeatedly. The synonym. And delayed due to schedule conflict, I mean clash, rivalry. I would like to show you another important word, conflict. C-O-N-F-L-I-C-T. Conflict. Conflict. This is a noun. Clash. C-L-A-S-H. Clash. Rivalry. R-I-V-A-L-R-Y. Rivalry. Okay. This is very important synonym of the word synonym. The next one, 16 January 2003. Kalpana Chawla finally started her new mission with 6 another space crew on the ill-fated space shuttle Columbia. Ill-fated, dear runners, called ill-fated space shuttle Columbia. Ill-fated, unfortunate. Ill-fated, another important word. Ill-fated means I-double-L-F-A-T-E-D. Ill-fated, adjective, must be an adjective. Unfortunate, U-N-F-O-R, unfortunate, T-U-N-L-T-E. Unfortunate, very much important word in this passage. Ill-fated space shuttle Columbia. She was one of the mission specialists. Chawla's responsibilities included the microgravity experiments. Microgravity, a very weak gravity. Microgravity means very weak gravity experiment, for which the crew conducted nearly 80 experiments studying Earth and space science, advanced technology development, and astronaut health and safety. Okay, dear learners, in this sentence we find another important word, conducted. I mean carry out, execute. Conducted. Dear learners, conducted. I would like to show you. Conduct. C-O-N-D-U-C-T. C-O-N-D-U-C-T. Conduct. Conduct is a verb and first person form is conducted. What was from? What was from? Carry out. Carry out. Carry out word execute. E-X-E-C-U-T-E. Execute. Conduct means carry out what? Execute. And another important so carry out and conducted nearly 80 experiments studying Earth and space science. Advanced, I mean developed. Advanced, another important word, advanced, A-D-V-A-N-C-E-D. A-D-V-E-N-C-E-D, advanced. mean developed. D-E-V-E-L-O-P-E-D. Developed. Advanced. Adjective. Advanced. Advanced. Technology, development and astronaut, health and safety. Last paragraph. After a 16-day scientific mission in space on 1st February 2003, Columbia disintegrated over Texas during its re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere. Very much pathetic. Columbia disintegrated. Disintegrated means collapse, fragment. Very much important word in this sentence. Disintegrated. Disintegrate. D-I-S. Disintegrate. G-R-A-T-E. Disintegrate. The verb means collapse. C-O-L-L-A-B-S-E. Collapse and fragment. F-R-A-G-M-E-N-T. Fragment. Collapse. Fragment. Disintegrate. All the crew in Columbia, including Chawla, died only 16 minutes prior to their scheduled landing. Very much pathetic, the learners. If she got 16 minutes and she might be alive. Okay. But unfortunately, she was died. Investigation shows that this fatal accident happened due to damage in one of Columbia's wings caused by a pieces of insulating foam from the external fuel tank peeling off during the launch. The learners, in this sentence we find two important words, fatal and peeling off. Fatal, I mean lethal. Fatal, F-A-T-A-L. F-A-T-A, fatal. This is an adjective. Fatal, lethal. L-E-T-H-L, lethal. Lethal. And another word, peeling off. I mean, peel off is a phrase. I mean, get out. Peel off. Dear learners, I would like to show you. Peel. P-E-E-L. P-E-E-L. Peel off. I mean, peel off. Get out. Get out. This is a phrase. And obviously, it's a verbal phrase. Okay? Peeling off. I mean, get out. During the launch. During the intense heat of re-entry. During the intense, another important word, acute, severe, intense heat of re-entry, what gases penetrated the interior of the wing, destroying the support structure and causing the rest of the shuttle to break down. The learners, here we find two important words in this sentence, intense and penetrated. I would like to show you on board. Intense. Intense. Intense means this is an adjective. Acute. Acute. Acute and severe. Severe. And another important word, penetrate. I mean enter. Pies. I would like to show you penetrate. Penetrate. Penetrate is a verb. Dear learners, obviously enter. Enter and pies. Pierce. Piers. Okay, dear learners, this is very much important word of this passage, dear learners. So, during the intense heat of re-entry, hot gases penetrated the interior of the wings, destroying the support structure and causing the rest of the shuttle to break down. And what happens? You know, all you have learned about what happens that cause she was died. Dear learners, no more today. More when we meet again in the next class. In order to enjoy our next class, visit our Facebook page and by name SHIMU-REZA Facebook page and subscribe our channel. Thank you.